Great Stone Face Part 2. Many years passed. Ernest was now a man of middle age. To his neighbors, who never suspected that he was anything more than an ordinary and familiar face, he was only a humble and hard-working, though thoughtful person. Many years passed. Ernest had become a middle-aged. In the previous lesson, he was a small boy and he used to sit with his mother gazing at the stone face. Now he had become a man of middle age. So, and to his neighbors, they never suspected him. They thought him to be an ordinary and familiar face. He was humble and hardworking. But what about the old prophecy? Was it ever fulfilled? Or what about that old prophecy that a man resembling this stone face will come someday in the valley and he'll have a resemblance to the face? Was it ever fulfilled? So we'll read and find out. The years hurried on and brought white hairs upon the head of Ernest and made wrinkles across his forehead and furrows in his cheeks. बहुत साल बीत गए and he had white hair on his head and wrinkles across his forehead and in his cheeks. He was an old man, but not in vain had he grown old. More numerous than the white hairs on his head were the wise thoughts in his mind. वो ऐसे बूढ़ा नहीं हुआ था. He had great thoughts in his mind. And Ernest had ceased to be obscure. Ceased to be obscure means he had finished to be he was not well known. Unsought for. Unsought means an unwelcome. Undesired had come the fame which so many seek. He had undesired. He didn't want that fame, but it had come to him. And many want to have, they desire to have fame, but they don't get. But this Ernest got fame without being desired. He had become famous beyond the limits of the valley. He had become beyond the limits of the valley because means not only in the valley but outside the valley also. College professors and even the active men of cities came from far to see and conversed with Ernest, and he received them with gentle sincerity and spoke freely with them of whatever came uppermost or lay deepest in his heart or their own. Who used to come to him? College professors, active men of cities, and from far and wide they used to converse, they used to talk with Ernest and received them. He received them with sincerity and he spoke to them freely. Whatever was in his heart and whatever was in their heart, he used to talk to them freely. While they talked together, his face would brighten unawares and shine upon them as with a mild evening night. और जैसे वो बातें करता था तो his face used to brighten, चमकता था. Unaware means unknowingly, and shine upon them as the mild evening light. While Ernest had been growing old, God had granted a new poet to this earth, and God had granted means a poet had come there. He too was a native of the valley. The poet had come to and he also was the native. He lived in the valley and had gone outside. Now he had come back, but had spent the greater part of his life in distant cities, pouring out his sweet music everywhere. And he had spent many time, greater part of his life means most of the part of his life. He had distant means far off cities and pouring out sweet music everywhere. He used to sing his poems. Neither was the great stone face forgotten, for the poet had celebrated it in a poem. And the the great stone face was not forgotten. The poet had mentioned it in his poem. The songs of this poet found their way to Ernest. He used to read his poems. Ernest used to read the poet's poems. He read them after his customary toil. As customary toil means usual work. Whatever he used to do, the work first he used to do his work, then he used to read the poems of this poet. Seated on the bench before his cottage door, अपनी झोपड़ी के बाहर दरवाजे के पास, he used to sit on a bench and used to read the poems written by this great poet. As he read, he felt his eyes to the lifted his eyes to the mountain. और जैसे ही वो पढ़ता था he lifted अपनी आंखें माउंटेन की तरफ कर देता था. Oh great stone face, he said, is not this man worthy to be your likeness? कहते कि अरे ग्रेट स्टोन फेस, ये आदमी आपकी लाइकनेस के लिए नहीं है. Is he worthy? The face seemed to smile but did not answer, and the face seemed that it is smiling. The stone face seemed smiling, but it didn't answer. Now it happened that the poet, though he lived so far away, had not only heard of Ernest, but had thought much about his character and wished to meet this man whose wisdom walked hand in hand with the noble simplicity of his life. और ऐसा हुआ कि ये पोइट जो कि बहुत दूर रहता था, उसने अर्नेस्ट के बारे में सोचा भी नहीं था, बट सोचता था, वो थॉट उसके बारे में सुना नहीं था, बट ही हैड थॉट अबाउट एंड विश टू मीट दिस मैन, जो कि जिसकी विजडम जो वो बहुत दूर दूर तक फैली हुई थी, विच मैच्ड विद हिज सिंप्लिसिटी. One summer day, therefore, he arrived at Ernest's doors, where he found the good old man holding a book in his hand, which he read, and then with a finger between the leaves, looked lovingly at the great stone face. एक दोपहर को समर के टाइम he came to Ernest's door, he came to his cottage, and he found that the old man was holding a book in his hand, and which he was reading, and his fingers were between the leaves. Leaves means pages of the books, and he in between he used to look at the great stone face and he was reading the poem. Good evening, said the poet. Can you give a traveler a night's shelter? उसने कहा पोइट ने कहा कि कैन यू गिव अ ट्रैवलर, कि यात्री को यू कैन गिव अ नाइट शेल्टर. शेल्टर मीन्स शरण. कैन ही स्टे विद हिम? Gladly answered Ernest, and then he added, smiling, I think I never saw the great stone face look so hospitably at a stranger. And then he said, okay, gladly you can stay with me. And he looked at the stranger. The poet sat down beside him, and he and Ernest talked together. What happened? The poet sat beside him, पास में बैठ गया, and they talked together. Never before had the poet talked with a man like Ernest, so wise and gentle and kind. And उसने कभी भी ऐसे आदमी से बात नहीं की थी जैसा कि he had found in Ernest, who was wise, gentle and kind. Ernest, on the other hand, was moved by the living images flung out of the poet's mind. And Ernest भी था वो, he was very moved means he was impressed by the images, by the thoughts the poet had sent, which were coming thrown from the poet's mind. As Ernest listened to the poet, he imagined that the great stone face was bending forward to listen too. He gazed into the poet's eyes. और जैसे ही अर्नेस्ट उसको सुन रहा था पोइट को, so he imagined, he thought that the great stone face was also bending to listen. Who are you, my gifted guest? कहते who is gifted? Who has got a natural talent. अंदर जो अंदर ही आदमी के टैलेंट होता है. Someone is good at drawing, someone is good at speaking, someone is good at studies. That is the natural gifted that God has gifted a person. The poet laid his finger on the book that Ernest had been reading. A poet ने अपने finger book which he was reading. You have read these poems, said he. You know me then, for I wrote them. कहता okay, you are reading these poems and I am the writer, I am the poet who has written. That means you must be knowing me. Again and again Ernest examined the poet's feature. He turned towards the great stone face, then back. Or Ernest examined means he saw. He looked at them carefully, at his features, and then he looked at the great stone face, and he shook his head and sighed. He moved his head and sighed means took a long breath. Why are you sad? Inquired the poet. तो आप क्यों उदास हैं? Because, replied Ernest, all through life I have awaited the fulfillment of a prophecy, and when I read these poems I hope that it might be fulfilled in you. कहते अर्नेस्ट बोलने लगा कि पूरी जिंदगी मैंने awaited, इंतज़ार किया है कि ये prophecy that some man who will resemble this great stone face will come to the valley someday, who will be very wise and who will be filled with wisdom and who will have great thoughts will come. So I have been thinking that who is going to fulfill this. Okay, I hope that it would fulfill in you. You hoped, answered the poet, faintly smiling, to find in me and likeness of the great face. I am not worthy to be its likeness. कहते हैं, आप मेरे अंदर likeness ढूंढ रहे? No, I am not worthy to be this likeness.